Oakland is the birthplace of a lot of music legends. And today it lost one of its brightest stars. Tony's Dwayne Wiggins died at the age of 64 after battling bladder cancer. Andrea Nakano has more from the people who knew him as an award-winning musician and as a man that always gave back to his community.
Dwayne Wiggins was one of the founding members of Tony, a group that had 5 #1 hits and sold over 8 million records. Elijah Baker was Wiggins' cousin and one of the original members of the band.
He was a leader, and just to know we lost a relative, a bandmate, a brother, friend, boss, you know. Yeah, it's hard.
While Tony...
We start with some gut-wrenching news that's left the music world in shock. Dwayne Wiggins, the legend, the soul behind Tony, has tragically passed away at the age of 64 after a battle with bladder cancer. He's the man who gave us classics like Feels Good and It Never Rains in Southern California. His influence in music is undeniable, and his work as a mentor helped shape the careers of countless musicians.
While Tony members started solo careers in the mid-90s, Wiggins continued to perform and mentor the next generation of music stars. Here, he's pictured with Pop Life, a group featuring his sons and Oakland's own Kehlani. Those who knew him say he was all about giving people from his hometown a chance to go big.
He's Mr. Oakland. Matter of fact, he's Mr. Bay Area.
His family shared their heartbreak, saying, "With broken hearts, we share that our beloved Dwayne has passed away this morning, surrounded by family and loved ones." The tribute to him paints a picture of a man who was devoted to his craft, his community, and his family. His hometown of Oakland, California, has lost one of its most cherished sons. Dwayne's legacy will live on in the music, in the lives he touched, and in the memories he left behind. Rest easy, Dwayne, and thank you for everything.
He's a person that really walked in gratitude. You know, they was able to come out of Oakland, the streets of Oakland, get a record deal, and I think he was forever grateful for that. He realized he was in a great place, and he shared that love with everywhere he went.
The group's hits were loved internationally by music fans, but singers and songwriters say his songs were also uniquely Oakland.
Now switching gears, we head into the courtroom where Suge Knight, the infamous ex-Death Row Records CEO, is facing the consequences of his reckless actions. The man behind some of the most iconic moments in hip-hop history has been locked up for manslaughter after a deadly hit-and-run incident back in 2015. He recently filed for an appeal, hoping to get out of prison early, but unfortunately for him, the judge shut it down, calling his appeal not sincere.
I'm too different. I ain't gonna say nothing, but I mean, give motherfuckers a chance. But a nigga go do on their own, that's what they do on their own. We grown.
Yeah.
You know? Don't put it on that man like that's his fault.
I completely agree.
Like, bro, come on, man. Nigga giving you a chance. You probably wouldn't even know him to be a celebrity if he didn't give him a chance.
Oh, yeah, no, you could easily say that Pooh Shiesty.
That mugshot, it's the kind of shot that tells you everything. Suge, looking like he just realized his fate is sealed, is a reminder that actions have consequences. It's one of those what goes around comes around moments that we see all too often in the celebrity world. Knight's story is a cautionary tale. Emotions can get the best of you. And when they do, they can lead to years behind bars. You can feel the weight of his struggle in every word, and it begs the question, was it all worth it? The stakes are high, and Suga's future looks uncertain.
Listen, being a hip-hop CEO, I think, is the most...
CEO, your artist might turn on you.
The most thankless job ever.
Motherfuckers don't make the right records, they gonna blame you. Bro, this shit is crazy,
Look what you're going through right now.
Bro, this shit make you don't never sign a motherfucker again, dog.
And then you have that one artist that blows up, and then they turn on you and say you didn't do shit. And they don't deserve
I don't even want that.
You don't have to pay the amount that is agreed upon.
Moving on to something that has shaken the hip-hop community to its core. Lil Ronnie. If you've been following the case, you already know how tragic and disturbing this whole situation is. The rapper and his 5-year-old daughter were gunned down in cold blood, and the community has been on edge, desperate for answers. Well, some of those answers have finally come in. Authorities in Texas have arrested one of the suspects involved in this senseless...
That's the only way that you continue to move forward. Writers, producers, I want to work with you. Hi, you're doing amazing shit in the streaming space, man. I got some shit to show you. I'm gonna work with you. Like, you gotta tap in. That's what people are afraid to do. And they're afraid to do it, especially in our culture, because we feel like there can only be one.
That's right.
That's some good ass advice too, though, because you know that is the toughest thing, trying to convince this generation that there is another level.
Act. And not only did they catch the shooter, but they also apprehended the getaway driver. The entire situation was caught on film, and people are praising the cops for their quick work in bringing these criminals to justice. But just when you thought things couldn't get more intense, Lil Ronnie's baby mama took to social media to express her fury. And let me tell you, she didn't hold back. When I find out who this expletive is, when you get out, I'm gonna beat your stupid ass, she said in an emotional live video.
And what you're doing does have an expiration date if you don't diversify your portfolio.
1,000%. It's building correctly. And by the way, don't have to do it all in one day, man. You know, I'm almost 30 years strong in this fucking business. You don't have to do it all in one day. The discovery is exciting when you start to figure it out and you start to see the things that you're changing or things that you're driving towards work. That's the exciting part. And the exciting part is when you're like, oh shit, I actually can do the shit that I'm thinking about.
Her pain pouring through every word. And she's not the only one speaking out. One of Ronnie's close friends, Boosie, stepped forward with a powerful message. Man, them kids are off limits. You can't be out here shooting up families, especially not kids. His words are a sobering reminder of how low some people have fallen, and it's a call for everyone to respect the sanctity of family and childhood. The family and fans of Lil Ronnie are mourning, but there's a glimmer of hope as justice moves.
Even I was there yesterday cooking, man, and even with the cooks there, they, you know, I like cooking with them, so they were, you know, looking like, damn, I was in there holding it down with them. That's therapeutic for me because, you know, me and Hustle used to be cooking, so, excuse me. I think,
Forward. You can feel the weight of the grief in every post, every comment, and every memory shared. This tragedy is far from over, but the fight for justice is just beginning. Now hold on tight, because this next story is one that will leave your head spinning. It's a tale so wild, so twisted, that it's hard to believe it's true. We're talking about rapper Jada Younga and the shocking revelations coming to light about his baby mama. According to court documents, the mother of Jada's child had not one, but 2 affairs. With both
the orders is done correctly, getting the food out, it was like being able to accomplish something. So fast forward now, being back there cooking, it's good. You know, they like, man, you need a break. I'm like, man, I'm back here for 12 hours. We good. Let's go. So it just bring me back to that memory so long ago with my bro. So it's definitely a good feeling being on the line.
You know,
at our Marathon Burger. Yeah.